Uh, One of the things that Focus Agriculture has always tried to do is show all sides of an issue. Now, some of the issues, like water and land use, stay with us year in and year out. However, when you look at the land use issues, we've gone from Terrace Point to the Franich property, to locating a new high school, Measure U, and now, of course, the Atkinson Lane property. So these are all issues that have been discussed over the years with different classes. Early classes heard about the bug vac, which we don't see much of anymore. A little problem there, it spread disease spores all over the place, but then, it looked good at the time. But we learned, and we changed. And Focus Agriculture has changed. Now, some of the other things we've added is we now visit Elkhorn Slough and look at the whole integration between farming, the sanctuary area, and the slough, and how we can get along. And Tom's been a factor in that with his farming practices right along Elkhorn Slough. And things have changed the way they were done before. Much more environmentally sound. We've also looked at more North Monterey County issues, and we have Lou Calcagna, he's here tonight, does a fantastic job on that. But on many things we've stayed the same. We still talk about worker health and safety and ethnic groups in local agriculture, and I guess we'll get a little more of that tonight. But the speakers have been changing on a lot of these particular topics, so that we've changed over time. As Tom mentioned, we've had actually over 395 people have graduated or finished the Focus Agriculture program. These have been business people, educators, news people, community activists, nonprofit workers. And speaking of nonprofits, we've also had a lot of politicians, or people that became politicians. And some of you may know that I've had a little fun with politicians in these classes, too. Somehow they don't scare me. I don't care. We've had city council people all the way from Watsonville to Scotts Valley. We've had county supervisors. One graduate even became an assemblyman. So you can say that, well, we wonder how much influence we've really had with our Focus Ag class sometimes. But I think in the overall picture, we have done pretty well. We have a number of graduates that now serve on the board of directors of Focus Ag. But everyone that's been through the course is very important in our efforts to educate the community at large. One of our goals is that you will also become educators of your neighbors, friends, acquaintances, business partners, and what have you, and spread the word about what agriculture's problems and issues are. We know that you all had a lot of memorable experiences. Some were even accidental, right, Dave? For those in the early classes don't know, Dave had a little problem with an ATM when he took the class and he was out on his day with the farm. And we won't say any more about that, but he is alive and walking around. Well, Focus Ag will continue to change. We'll continue to strive for a diverse audience. And we hope that while you're in that program that you have made some new friends, acquaintances, and that you'll continue to be a friend of agriculture and of Focus Ag. With that, thank you very much.
My name's Ellen Peary. I was the class of 11, and I took Focus Ag when I was running for county supervisor, and it was extremely important to me because I didn't know. I didn't know anything really about agriculture as I started to run. So it was really important to learn the issues in agriculture and to meet the people in agriculture. And those people that I met in agriculture really continued to be important in my work, and I call them for advice, and it's been a 100% positive experience.
Well, my name is Brian Wall, and I was a Focus Agriculture class of 17, and I have to say I'm a local educator, been a local educator for 31 years, and as far as I'm concerned, some of the best teaching I've ever seen was in the Focus Agriculture program. We just had a great time. I learned a lot. I'm in charge of the Regional Occupational Program for the County of Santa Cruz, and I have a much greater appreciation for South County after going through Focus Ag.
Brian King, Class 16. Being a part of the program was a great experience. I grew up on a farm in Missouri, and seeing agriculture on the Central Coast was a lot of fun. And every day, the program days, got to see something different, and it's been a highlight. I think the biggest surprise, even for a lot of people who have lived in Santa Cruz for their whole lives, is how important a part agriculture is in the fiber of the community and what big business it is. After going through the program, then you see agriculture everywhere. It's a wonderful program, and anyone who has any interest at all, I would highly encourage to participate.
My name is Tom Honig. I was in the class number 17 of Focus Agri-Culture. The best part of the class for me was learning how much I didn't know about ag in Santa Cruz County. I thought I knew a lot, but I had no idea that there was as much yield coming off those and as much scientific experimentation, and honestly, such smart people running the agriculture programs and the farms in Santa Cruz County. It's a world that most of us don't know, and I was constantly surprised during the entire program to learn how much I didn't know about ag.
John Laird, 10th class, and it was an incredible experience. It helped me a lot in the legislature, and my day on the farm with Dick Peixote is legendary.
And legendary in what sense?
Well, two ways. One is I got in his truck for the day, and I said, so my guess is your view of government is you think it should pave roads and handle disasters and not do anything else. And he said, that's about right. And the second half is he just was the best. I learned a lot about somebody that was entrepreneurial, smart, successful in ag, and it was a memory that I'm very grateful to have.
And how important is a program like this to the county or people, and should they take this?
Oh, they should absolutely take this. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, not just to learn things, but also to the classmates, the people you meet. It's a great personal experience, and it's very special. I think everybody should do it that has the opportunity. Hey, here's to them for many, many more classes. Make me repeat.
Hi, I'm Jane Board, and I was fortunate to be a member of Class 1, and it was just an absolutely extraordinary experience. I've been privileged to go to some wonderful California schools all the way through grade school and higher education, and I never had a class that was better than this one. As far as being comprehensive, getting to know your community, getting to understand so many different facets. And I just thank the people that put it together, and it's one of my favorite treasures. It's a toast to a wonderful class, marvelous people, and many thanks.